All praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Hakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting the good fight of faith and truth. In sincerity and wholeheartedly, shalom unto the Akwad, which is the women believers. Shalom unto you. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. The one people shall be stronger than the other people. So the story of Jacob and Esau, giving a quick account. But before we get there, and before I play the video, this is why the Lord said this, because the Lord knows all. Everything is predestinated. Israel and Judah being the head have been downtrodden for the longest, and they are an old lion. That's why the Lord said this: Judah, thou art he whom your brethren shall praise. Your hand shall be in the neck of his enemies. The father children shall bow down before thee. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? See, we're at the end, and I realized something. A lot of videos been popping up on my timeline. I don't do videos on every single thing that I see. The spirit got to hit me, but I like this one. But it's so many videos like this, and even over the years, a racist Edomite will say something to a Jake and get his ass kicked. The reason I like this video, because this man, he was trying to be as professional as he possibly could until Esau basically provoked him, and then he got his ass whooped. So, before I could play the video, let's get into Jacob and Esau. It said, and these are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham begot Isaac, and Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian of Padanaram, the sister of Laban, the Syrian. And Isaac entreated Yahweh for his wife because she was barren, and Yahweh was entreated of him. And Rebekah, his wife, conceived. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? So the children, I made a video on this a few times, but this is where I believe that the term natural born enemies came about. Imagine having twins and they throwing hands inside your womb. Talking to you ladies out there. So, why am I thus? So Rebecca, like, hey, what's going on? You blessed me with children, but why? I'm feeling all this tumbling and rumbling. All right. And she went to inquire of Yahweh. And Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in your womb, 2 manner of people. So the Lord is letting you know that, yeah, I understand that you got 2 children in your womb. And yes, you had 1 man, came from Isaac. But I'm letting you know that these are 2 different nations. See, this is the problem with people. People put the Lord in a box. The Lord is the creator of all things, and he also is the author, the inventor, the illustrator of his movie. So he can do whatever he wants. He create life. All right. So he can put 2 different nationalities in a womb because it's the Most High. It's the Most High for a reason. Because I remember over the years when I first came into the truth, this was a big discrepancy. It's not really a big discrepancy anymore, because it's been broken down so many times. But this was a big discrepancy at one point in time. How can 2 different nations be if they got the same father? Because it's the Most High. That's why. All right. But see, the Lord is actually telling her. So let's read about it. And Yahweh said there are 2 nations, not the same, are in your womb, 2 manner of people. Manners is the way that you do things. That's why so-called white people, so-called black people, so-called white people, so-called Latino people, so-called white people, so-called Native American people are totally different. The way that we move, the way that we are is 2 different. Because manners is the way that you do things. Okay? Two manner of people shall be separated from your bowels. The one people shall be stronger than the other, and you're going to see why I'm tired in the video this. And the elder shall serve the younger. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red. That's why we say so-called white, because they're really red. Blood show forth through their skin. That's what Esau mean. Okay? Ishashwa. Ishash is wasted. Ishashwa is he wasted. What's wasted? His pigment. Okay? He's the only nation on the earth that don't have melanin. And the Lord did that for a reason. Blood show forth through her skin. That's why when they get embarrassed, blushing, get smacked, they turn bloodshot red. All right? So, and all over like a hairy garment, and they call his name Esau. And after that came his brother out. See how the Lord ain't get no description of Jacob? Because he looked normal. People had melanin. Okay? Esau was the only nation, and to this day, the only nation that don't got melanin. Okay? So Jacob came out as a so-called black man. All right? And his hand took hold on Esau's heel, which represents of taking Esau down, which the Israelites going to do through Yahweh Bashim Abishai. 2nd Esdras 6 and 9. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. And his name was called Jacob, and Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. Okay? So, now let's get into it.
Like weekly, or at the very least monthly, there has been video of footage of a racist white person getting their ass drugged and ass fucking around with black people who don't bother nobody. I do not know the city this was in. I do not know the day of the week that this was in. But I can tell y'all one thing. This content that has hit the internet is chef's kiss. I also know this app loves white supremacists. So to see a white supremacist get his ass kicked by a brother who don't weigh but less than 200 pounds, they might not let it stay up. So we'll see in footage. My mama always said, let them talk. But when they put their hands on you, you take the motherfuckers to the time. You take the motherfuckers to Jesus. Yeah.
Come on, bitch. You're a fucking punk ass fucking spear chucker. You got no balls.
I ain't gonna lie, when I first heard that, I started laughing. I haven't heard spear chucker in a long time. Esau is funny. And remember, in the curses, right? The Lord said that it was going to be called bywords and proverbs. So that's why, like, I just love prophecy. I love that everything, all the things of old came to pass, and the Lord having new things come to pass.
Do something. Come on, swing. Come on. What's up? What? You're a fucking nigger. Waiting on you. You look like you just smoked some dope.
But you see the way that they talk, though? Because this is what's plastered all over the news. Black people are crackheads. Black people are drug dealers. Black people just lazy. But this is the roles that our people take in Hollywood. A pimp, a drug dealer, a gangster, Pookie, like on New Jack City, Chris Rock, smoking crack. So they literally get their whole history from TV and the news. Like I talked to a person that's from another country, and just talk to that person, I can understand why they believe that black people are like that. Because I asked her a question like, why do you feel that way? Well, that's all I see on TV. That was literally her words. But yeah, so as you heard, he called him the ER, the nigger. All right, that word is so played out. But that dude, I like the word because if I wasn't a spiritual man, that would just be my excuse to just put hands on you. But let's continue.
Show your ass. Go ahead. Waiting on you. Come on, what's up? You're really scared. Scared? I wouldn't be in the street, nigga. I wouldn't be in the street. I'll wait for you to make a mistake so I can bounce you. Come on. You don't have to wait on me. I'm at work. You're scared, you punk ass. Now step on that property, see what happens. I don't have to. Put one step on it. I'm not putting a step on your property. You know better, boy.
So you you see Jake trying to be professional. He ain't even trying to go there with him, you know. But you're gonna see what happened.
They're already on the way, man. I'm just trying to keep you here. Okay, cool. Go ahead. Keep me here. You know what? You ain't got no balls. Really? That's right. I'm right here in front of your face, though. Go ahead. And I'm at work. What's up? Make a move. What you trying to do? What you trying to do? You got no balls. What you trying to do? Yo, punk ass. You ain't got no balls. Do something. Y'all see this shit, bro? Do something. Skinny ass fucking crackhead. That's all, boy. You saying that? Right. What you trying to do? What you trying to do? Do something. You're right. You're right. Come on. You're right. You're right. I'm in your brain. My chair right here. You know that? My chair right here. Come on. Go ahead. That's a shot. Come on.
You know, the funny thing about this too is that funny thing about this too, I was just thinking. So his mannerisms, right? Because we was talking about the manners, right? He could be an Israelite. I'm talking about the so-called white guy, because you know we look like all nations. But you know, and also for you people who will have discrepancy about that, now you got to understand what's in the curses. Evil eye towards your brother. So that's why you see black on black crime, because that's part of the curses. So if he is one of our people, this is what Israelites do to each other every day, just without the bywords. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but I ain't gonna lie, this white guy, so-called white guy, Edomite, that's what I believe, you know, that he is. But I'm just saying, it's always a possibility. But he's funny. He is funny.
Come on. Now talk.
This is not happening.
Now that's what gave it away just now. You see the way that he just put his dukes up? Talk about the Edomite.
Nothing beats it. Jet 2 holiday.
What the fuck is that? He just did a double pump. Put your dukes up. But go ahead.
Come on.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4. We've got millions of free child place holidays available, with 22 kilograms of baggage included. But now, with Jet 2 holidays, package holidays you can trust.
Oh man, I had a bad day today, but that actually brought me some joy. And hopefully it brought you some joy too. But let's read 23 again. And Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in your womb, 2 manner of people shall be separated from your bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other. We know who that's talking about, Jacob. And the elder shall serve the younger, which is future prophecy. All right. So this is what happens, and this is what's going to continue to happen. You know. Now, also, we ain't even gonna talk about Jacob's trouble and all of that, because this video is not for that. We talking about the future of Esau, the very, very near future. So I got 2 more scriptures. So because you had a petrol hatred, and as you see those that's one Edomite right there. Okay? And guess what? If you an Edomite, this is how y'all all feel. You have perpetual hatred. That's why even after slavery, it got worse for us. And even the Lord said in Zechariah 1:15, the Lord was a little displeased, but you helped forward the affliction. So because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and in the time that their iniquity had an end. Now the scripture says nothing new under the sun. So I just talked about how slavery so-called ended, but then it got worse. Okay? And it says, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare you unto blood, and blood shall pursue you. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue you. So, as we get closer to the end, like I said, so many videos of these type of videos on my timeline lately, So Jake is rousing up, and the Lord will rouse up. And yes, Jacob trouble still do gotta come. And Jake is gonna win some skirmishes, man. Jake is going to be able to get his hands on Esau before the kingdom even come. Just to put that out there. So we're going to end it on this. Hopefully this brighten up your day. It brighten up minds. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. And they should do in Edom according to my anger. But the Lord loves, Esau. But the Lord loves Edomites. He loves everybody. Come to sweet Jesus, huh? He said he's going to do according to my anger and according to my fury. And they should know that my vengeance, said Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man.
Protected.
Great job, Nick.
So all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right. For you people out there playing games, seek ye out the Lord while he may be found. And Shalom.